Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. We're talking transfer news. It's January and there's plenty of rumours afoot. And what is difficult at this time of the year is you can do research and then before you have a chance to do a video, all the news is out or things have changed. But here we go. Got two clear pieces of news. Matt Sadler has extended his contract to 2028, which is good. Says a lot about Ben Boycott and the vision they have of which direction Walsall are going. So I'm really pleased with that. Ray Cleary, as expected, has gone back to the Albion. We hadn't really been given him game time, given how well everybody else has been playing. So it makes sense, really, for him to look for a loan elsewhere. Hopefully, he's not going to be going elsewhere in League Two and causing us trouble later in the season. Ray Cleary, good player, just not got the opportunities that perhaps he would have hoped. That does leave a place on the bench. So Walsall will, no doubt, be bringing another player in. And there's several bits of speculation. We've got to talk about Nathan Lowe. I'm going to get to that because there's lots of rumours flying around with that. But the first guy I looked at was Jake Berger, 19-year-old, currently playing for Rochdale, former Luton midfielder. 7th in the National League and doing very well for Rochdale. With the Walsall injuries in midfield, of course, with Ronan Mayer being injured as well as George Hall, it has sort of put it into a position where another injury and we could be quite light there. So looking at some options is a good idea. Jake Berger, very good player, got lots of energy. He's good at keeping the ball, which is a key one. He's in contract till July 2026 though, so that could be an expensive one if we wanted to get him. George Morrison is another one. He's playing with Tamworth at the moment, on loan from Fleetwood. He's an exciting player, but Fleetwood are unlikely to let him go to Walsall at this stage, young lad. Next one I looked at was Tom Curzons. He's 23, playing for Ilkeston in the Northern Premier League. Scored 20 goals this season. Got Derby, Bolton and Barnsley looking at him. But a key part is he doesn't want to be sitting on the bench. So that could count him out for Walsall as well. Because with the current squad, he wouldn't be guaranteed game time. But it is looking more likely that Derby are going to be winning the race for that one. Michael Mellon is another one that's been mentioned elsewhere. He's 21, currently on loan from Burnley at Stockport, but not been getting enough minutes. Did well for Morecambe last season, so there's a bit of a connection potentially with Ben Sadler. 13 in 22 for them. This season though, he's not been getting enough game time. He is out of contract in the summer, so that's a player. Quite often Walsall like to get loan players in the last year of the contract, and then if it runs out, then Walsall can sign them up, sort of thing. But Bradford very much in the hunt for him as well, so we might be beaten to it with Bradford. That's news that's come out recently that it looks like Bradford are going to be the one to grab him. We've also mentioned Freddie Draper. That's been in lots of conversations. Not going too well for him at Lincoln. He's getting some game time, but not a massive amount of game time. He's on a long-term contract with Lincoln, signed it the 22-23 season on a long-term contract, so it's unlikely that he's going to be out of contract until end of next season at the earliest, I'd have thought. But a loan back to Walsall to sort of reignite his fire could be a good option for him, I think. So that's always a possible. I did want to have a look at some West Brom players, but with no manager, I don't think there's too much going on there. Blues, a couple of midfielders there. Brandon Keeler, he's also looks like he's going to Bradford. So Graham Alexander is grabbing all the players that perhaps could have done a job for us. Josh Home is another youngster there, but he's just got back from a loan. So whether he's going to come out again or stay in there under 21s, we don't know. The next area to look at is around Stoke. Mark Robbins, of course, newly in situ. And I'm planning to get a Stoke fan on the channel to sort of talk about this in more detail. But they generally play 4-2-3-1, and they've got 6 strikers already. Occasionally they go 2 up front, but generally they've got 6 strikers. Some play across the sort of like attacking midfield. Some not getting game time, some of them. Niall Ennis. 9 appearances. Tom Cannon is the main one, of course. Lewis Kumas, he's another on loan striker. So Cannon and Kumas both on loan. So Cannon and Kumas both on loan. So they're unlikely to be dislodged. Sam Gallagher, he's getting game time, 9 games. And when they play 2 up front, quite often it's Million Manhoff gets a start. Emre Tezgel, no, we know what a superstar prospect he is, similar to Nathan Lowe. If Nathan Lowe went back to Stoke, he would be limiting Tezgel's minutes. Tezgel, in the last 8 games, has only got 3 appearances. So a total of 45 minutes in December and the first couple of games of January. Is not a lot of minutes. So Nathan Lowe certainly wouldn't want to be going and swapping places with Emre Tezgel at the minute. Huddersfield came in searching for Nathan Lowe, but Nathan Lowe said that he wants to stay at Walsall. And player power certainly has a play, so hopefully that will see its way through and he'll stay with us. That's all for now. Waterman TV, thanks for watching. The joy and the pain. I'm sure January is going to have lots of surprises, but of course with Ray's Cleary going back, that definitely leaves one gap, so we'll definitely have an incoming. How about if we got Tezgel? Because with Stoke, new manager, January, he's probably going to be bringing in a striker, which will limit his minutes even more. Could we get Tezgel and have the old Stoke double act? That would be very nice indeed, wouldn't it?